Egyptian president and the Jordanian king, at which they called for international endorsement of the Arab states' reconstruction plan for Gaza. Macron and President Sisi both said they were strongly against any move to forcibly relocate Palestinians from Gaza or from the occupied West Bank, and the French leader added that Hamas must have no role in this governance and must no longer constitute a threat to Israel. Ross Cullen, Paris.
From Bureaus Worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Tuesday, the 8th day of April for 2025. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to start your day the right way. We'll get you up to date on all the news, weather, and sports as we get you up and get you going here this morning, get you out the door for another day. The Nebraska baseball team, they're going to be in action tonight playing at 22nd ranked Kansas. We'll tell you about that coming up. Dominoes are starting to fall now for the Nebraska men's basketball team. They lose a player to the transfer portal yesterday. Hastings College baseball team was in action yesterday. They dropped a couple of close games to conference-leading Concordia in Seward. UNK softball team wrapped up their home schedule yesterday by splitting a couple of ball games with Northeastern State. We had high school basketball yesterday at Duncan Field, kind of a unique doubleheader as both Hastings High and Adams Central played Platteview yesterday. We'll tell you how the local teams did here this morning, and the college basketball season is over now, and the Florida Gators, they won the NCAA Men's College Basketball National Championship last night. We'll be talking a lot about that ball game. Plus, we've got the Bracket Challenge winners. Tyson did not come back from the third page and get on the first page. I had to scroll down again this morning, my man. You did not make a run.
No.
You didn't make a run. I think you were in 65th place.
I don't think that anybody that listened to yesterday's show that knew I didn't have any teams going in last night's final thought that I was going to make a run. So no, we hung out in 65th, and that's where we ended up finishing up. But congratulations! I guess we'll start with the Bracket Challenge winners. Kind of got cleaned up by the Brooks as Jake Brooks from Lions Fan 402 ends up first place. Lexi Brooks coming in fourth place. We had a tie for second. I don't know what the tiebreaker rule is going to be here. I think it's bullseye gift cards regardless, but Bracket Bustas. And then Trevor Bentley, who was an old radio buddy of mine out in the Kearney area, comes up and finishes top three. And then we've got... Let's see, rounding out the top three, Bracket of Integrity, which I know personally is Dakota. He finishes in fifth. Lexi Brooks finishes fourth. So look at all those Florida winners and how much the championship means to your bracket, which is what I told you. If I can just have my teams get to the finals and win, we'll be okay. Because you see the top six finishers all with the Florida Gators as their bracket. Paul Rollball in there in sixth, with AEU pick and Bailey's picks. Bailey, she ends up in a tie for sixth as well. So don't quite know how we're doing tiebreakers yet, but congratulations to our winners. Again, Jake Brooks, Lions Fan 402, the overall winner, 4 games in front of Bracket Bustas.
All right, so Jake, he's going to win the grand prize, the Bamboo Mind and Body Spa, providing a free month of their 24-hour amenities, including the cryo lounge, the hydro massage, the infrared sauna, and much, much more. Probably his wife Lexi will take that. and Jake will just take the gift card from Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill. Maybe they'll swap prizes, but Jake will win the grand prize from Bamboo Mind and Body Spa. Thanks for those folks for hopping on board in our bracket challenge. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill will get the gift cards out to second, third, and fourth. Probably just lump them together, and Bracket Bustus and Cheap Bent and Lexi Brooks are going to split the gift cards. We'll figure out something. I'll talk to the IT guy. But anyway, Lions fan 402s. That's Jake Brooks. He wins the Bamboo Mind and Body Spa and the free month of their 24-hour amenities, cryo lounger, hydro massage, infrared sauna. You were down there when they first opened up.
You kind of hydro massage chairs. Yeah. Like you're talking about giving that grand prize over to Lexi. I'm like, oh hell no! I'd be sitting in the hydro massage chair. I don't know if I'd ever get up from the hydro massage chair. That looks like comfy as hell. So I would take advantage of the spa month. And again, thank you to our sponsors for hopping in there on that. I was just reading some of the comments that were coming in early. I was very confused. A little typo from Ryan Martin, but he's got great natty game last night. Hate how it ended for Houston not getting a shot off is what he meant. He had a little misprint there. Both teams had terrific defense, and they did. It was good display of fundamental basketball last night. And I talk a lot about reasons we don't watch the NBA, and again. You hear it yelled from those who are like, get off my lawn people, and why they don't watch NBA. There's no more defense anymore. I counter that with the offensive players have gotten really dang good. But at the same time, like there isn't as much emphasis on D. And then you watch a college ball game last night, and there was. And that's what basketball should be. That was played at its peak. I was also like, how close Vegas? Right on the money. They're 1.5. That's a 2-point game. Vegas is right there in the wheelhouse once again. Imagine that as tip-off and that game played out. It wasn't one that I was able to stay focused on all the way through. I'll admit that firsthand. 8 o'clock tip-offs. I think by second half I was kind of like 2 minutes in, 4 minutes out, 2 minutes in, 4 minutes out before I finally saw the buzzer blow and Florida cutting down the nets, and was able to finally tuck her out, and didn't even make it off the couch last night. Straight up slept on the couch after watching the national title game. So
you spent the entire night on the couch?
I woke up about 5 this morning.
Yeah, I do that quite often.
And I was thinking, do I get up and start the day, or do I try to go to bed and get in like one more hour?
No.
No, you see, I did the wrong thing, and I went to bed to try to get one more hour, and then one more hour turned into like 90 minutes, and then 90 minutes was like, how long do I really need to get news ready for? Like 5 minutes? We'll be good, right? We're waking up. We're getting our first sips of coffee. It's going to be a 2-cup coffee.
At least 2.
Today.
So anyway, congratulations to Jake Brooks. He wins the bracket challenge for us here this year. Bracket Bustus. T-Bet 92, Lexi Brooks 22, the top 4 in our bracket challenge. I finished in 17th place. Coach Stroman, he was challenging up there for a while, but he had Houston. He finishes in 9th place. I see Steve Conrad, our buddy down there at Conrad. He finished in 9th place. Dennis finishes in 13th place. I was 17th. The IT guy.
20th.
Yeah, he took a tumble.
Oh, King of Beers couldn't quite get up into the top 10. I was really pulling for King of Beers. I have no idea who King of Beers was. I just liked the name.
King
Crew
of Beers.
Chief, also on first page.
22. He was in 22nd place. Where's Crew Chief? There he is. 27th place.
Right above the guy who was looking for Bob.
Crew Chief, he just barely made the cut for the first page.
Well, yeah, dude.
Because 31st place is on the second page.
I mean, look at all the Florida. Yeah, you gotta have the champion if you're gonna win one of these things. And I didn't.
Yeah,
and I didn't have the runner up. And I didn't have a third final four
No,
team.
you didn't have.
I was missing a few pieces to the bracket.
Let's see, what was your winning percentage?
Not good.
Your winning percentage was 24%.
That's not very good.
God, that sucks.
That's
24%. Remember how this bracket challenge got started in the first place?
Yeah, we got called out.
We got called out because of our football picks.
Thanks for carrying the torch, buddy.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, thanks for all your help in our bracket challenge, Tyson. 24.8%. You had 680 points.
You know how I fight. You know how I fight in these things.
You almost got last.
It-
590 points was last.
My bracket strategy is like NASCAR strategy, and if you're not first, you're last in this thing, and so I go out. I make some off the wall stuff. I want to create clear separation between my bracket and the other people's brackets.
Oh, you did.
So that if we all have Duke, which I all kind of had a feeling that there would be a lot of people on Duke, I needed some chaos sprinkled in there. And I sprinkled in some chaos just in the wrong spots.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. We created clear separation here hanging on in page 3.
I'm gonna get you a T-shirt. Next time we have a gathering, you're gonna have to wear this T-shirt.
That's cool.
We're gonna put all the stuff on the back. Probably your statistics: 680 points, 24.8% winning percentage.
It's like the front side says turn to page 3, the back side has all the stats.
Please refer to the back of this T-shirt.
Come on.
Jeez. Well, there's always the football season coming up.
Yeah.
We'll make predictions on something else, but people are starting to figure us out. Starting to figure us out that maybe those guys are right. Maybe they're not experts on anything.
We're really not.
No, we're not. I wasn't too bad. What did I say? I finished in 17th place. I had Duke. Duke winning the championship, so that kind of set me down.
Yeah, what the hell are you listening to me for?
I finished in 17th. I like Duke from the beginning.
There you go. Okay.
So, anyway, congratulations again to our winners. We'll be in contact. We'll be in contact with Jake and Lexi.
IT's got all that info.
Yeah, he's got all that stuff handled. So, we'll be in contact and get you some prizes. Hell, with the Brooks, we'll just hang out with them and maybe use part of the Bullseye gift cards.
There you go.
We'll sit down with them. What are you going to use? Yeah, what are you going to use?
Party with your gift cards.
Yeah, what are you guys going to use these things? We'll show up.
Jeez.
So anyway, Florida, they won last night over Houston 65-63. Third national championship for Florida since 2006. Made their 39-year-old head coach Todd Golden the youngest head coach to win a title since Jim Balbano got North Carolina State to a championship back in 1983. So congratulations to the Gators, the Florida Gators.
How old was Billy Donovan?
Evidently, it was more than 39.
I mean, I thought Donovan was a young guy, too.
And then the stupidest thing ever, the final AP Women's College Basketball poll has been released. We'll probably see the men's poll today, but the stupidest thing ever, after the national championship games, they come out with the polls.
The postseason poll, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, national champion UConn was number one. Duh.
Good.
In the final AP Women's College Basketball poll, Huskies won the championship on Sunday for the women, 82-59 over South Carolina. Oh, here's a surprise. The Gamecocks were second in the poll.
But I've seen, like, the stupider ones are the high school ones because I don't believe in high school polls anyway.
Yeah.
I think they are the biggest waste of ink on the planet. And then they make these top 10 polls. Now everyone's got a top 10 poll. Everyone does top 10 this, top 10 that. I've seen top 10 polls from the Metro papers come out after basketball season gets over, where there's a number 1 and number 2, and they've had somebody in the championship game be like 3 or 4 or 5 because of the Metro bias and their team's out in Central, out in the Sandhills. And I'm like, they were literally runner-up, and you placed them 4th because of your Metro bias. Stop it. I've seen polls where they're screwy. And I've made comments before, and then I've gotten backlash from the Omaha sports writers that say I don't know what I'm talking about. And I say they finished second, like proof's in the pudding. They have a runner-up trophy that says second place. You put them at 2.
I agree.
Thank you.
Most of those Metro guys haven't even been out this way.
Oh, God, no.
So how in the hell do they know?
No, they hate Western road trips.
UConn first in the women's poll. South Carolina second, followed by UCLA, Texas, and USC. Rounding out the top 10, TCU, Duke, LSU, North Carolina State, and Notre Dame. So there you have it. Huskers didn't finish in the top 25.
ESPN did place a stat out yesterday on their bracket challenge. Someone who's doing the women's bracket challenge went 62 of 63.
Wow.
Only had 1 wrong.
Did it? Obviously, it followed chalk most of the way.
It pretty much did. I was really hoping that like that 1 wrong wasn't Louisville versus Nebraska.
It could have been
about that, but it could have been because I felt like we were the favorites in that game.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll do a women's bracket challenge too.
Open it up too. Yeah. Let me get on page 3 twice. Come on. I had so much fun with this one. Let's double the fun next year.
Do you follow women's college basketball during the year?
You know, Big Ten, and a little bit of the top 5 teams. I try to kind of stay up to date on, who's going to need to be knocked off. But for the most part, like Big Ten, I can zone in on pretty good.
Yeah, it's obvious you don't follow men's college basketball very well during the year. So I thought maybe you were a women's college basketball fan. Mm-hmm. You finished on the 3rd page.
I know where I finished.
65th place. God, you're not going to live that down the entire spring.
I didn't give you this much heat on Super Bowl Monday.
Yeah,
I was very
flops.
calm with you. I calmly let you down. I knew you were hurting. And I was like, hey, I didn't come out and go, hey, did you see the final score last night?
Yeah. I don't even remember the final score. What was the final score of the Super Bowl?
The
40.
The Chiefs are still on the field, kind of like horse 10 for you right now. Eagles are still running up the score.
I saw Stroman yesterday. I told him about our number 10 horse.
85-1.
85-1. I told him when I got to the diamond yesterday, it was just coming around the corner. Coming down the stretch.
Can you claim horses if they don't win? You guys should go get that horse.
I don't know if you can or not. Why would you claim a horse that finished dead ass last and he finishes like 2 days after the race was run?
I just figured you'd want to name it like page 3 or something, as much fun as you're having with this today.
Well, maybe we could put like the grandkids up on the horse, turn them into a pet.
Just have him kind of walk around the farm like he does at the racetrack.
I don't even know what the horse's name was. Well, we bet him on Sunday. He was in the final race.
Right, and you were looking for a cash.
We were looking for a cash out because
it wasn't a very good day.
We didn't have a very good day, so Coach Stroman and I got together and we both got on
page
number
3
10.
of the program. Found a horse that was 85-1.
Clear down at the bottom of the page, we said, what about this horse?
I know the feeling. I've been there before. I wasn't there last Saturday, but I've been in your shoes. I know what that's like to go on the longest odds board and say, what do we have left in the bank? Let's go ahead and throw some money on a long shot, see if we can get payday at the end.
I got stupid at the end.
I know. Imagine that.
I got stupid at the end.
But there's the precursors that happened prior to that, and yeah, it's fun.
I tripled my usual bet.
Oh, Jesus.
In the last 3 or 4 races because I was running slightly ahead. But then I got stupid and I bet my usual amount, then I tripled it. Oh, lost a lot of money at the end.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Lost a lot of money.
Bonner got somebody else.
Good thing I had somebody buy afterwards.
Racetracks will do that to you.
So anyway, I'm still waiting for horse 10 to show up.
I get kind of confident and a little bit cocky in the first couple races after I start hitting a couple. And then I'm like, well, hell, if I can do this for a $1 exacta box, I can sure as hell do that for a $3 exacta box. And
oh, yeah.
Then tale as old as time.
You know what's really funny is when you go up to the same teller, which I do. I go up to the same teller
We were having this
the
discussion,
entire day.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I go up to the same teller every single day that I go to the races. And he listens to the show, number one.
That's awesome.
And he always talks to me when I go up there. So he knows how much I'm winning or losing, and he just
Friendly
kind of
teller.
he just kind of laughs at me.
So, yeah, we were having that discussion about tellers versus like the automated kiosks because I was like, the one thing I like about the automated kiosks is if I screw up a ticket, it's on me. And normally I check my tickets anyway, but if there's always a line at the tellers, and I wait till like the last possible minute to get bets in, and so I don't like lines because they make me anxious. I don't know why I don't make my decision 5 minutes earlier while they're walking towards the gate, but I don't. I'm indecisive. I'll be late to my own funeral, so I'm always late getting up to the window. So I've started using these automatic kiosks, and then if I screw up, it's on me. And then if I screw up, I just kind of keep the ticket anyway because I'm like, that's the universe telling me I should play this horse. But we had an interesting discussion Saturday about tellers versus kiosks, and it was about 50-50 of those who like that personal interaction, those who will keep going up to the same teller. If I'm going up to a teller, I'm going up to the same teller, especially if I won earlier in the day at that teller. I'm going to keep coming back to you.
The entire day.
Yeah. And we're going to split a portion. Like, if we're winning, I'm splitting my portions of winnings with you. I tip pretty good. Yeah, that's interesting that you bring that up, that you went back to the same teller. Also cool that they listen to the show.
They listen to the show all
Kudos.
the time.
Shout out.
A lot of people do. Yeah, I went to the same guy, so he kind of knew that I wasn't winning a whole lot.
The tellers also have the 50-cent pieces, which are badass.
Oh, yeah. Or dimes. We get paid. I always walk out with a bunch of change in my pocket.
Love
which
the
is
old
great.
school 50-cent pieces.
Then when my daughter comes up behind me and bets the exact same thing I did, then he really laughs. He says,
Stop it.
he
You
says,
guys don't have that discussion to make sure you're not on the same thing?
oh, no, she'll take my bets occasionally. And then she walks up right behind me and bet the exact same thing. And the guy just laughs at us.
Pull your money together and get it on one big ticket.
Yeah, there's suckers born every minute. Suckers born every minute. Not only one, but now I got two suckers.
That's good stuff.
Two suckers.
God, I love it.
Anyway, 7:21, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's huddle up for this Tuesday. Hell, we're just getting started. We haven't done anything yet. We really haven't done anything.
We congratulated our bracket winners.
Yeah, we got through the bracket challenge. Now, for some reason, we got on horse racing.
Imagine how that happens.
Imagine how that happened. Anyway, it's already 7:22 as you're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Lots of chatter and controversy in regards to SNAP program in Nebraska. Yesterday's news, Governor Jim Pillen signing a letter of intent of Nebraska's intent to pursue a supplemental nutrition assistance program, otherwise known as SNAP waiver, removing soda and energy drinks from SNAP allowable purchases. Nebraska is the second state to submit such a waiver. Now, the SNAP program supports individuals and families with access to nutritious options to improve their health and well-being. However, SNAP currently allows the purchase of any food or beverage that has a nutrition label, regardless of its nutritional value. According to the USDA, soft drinks and soda are the most common SNAP purchase. Once approved by the USDA, the Department of Health and Human Services will then partner with grocers and other stakeholders to implement a waiver that will ensure Nebraskans are able to maximize their SNAP dollars while accessing healthy options. From more than 150 applications to 40 participants selected for 2 community leadership challenges to additional interviews that resulted in the final 15, The 2025-2026 class of Hastings College Scott Scholars has completed official signings over the weekend and will arrive on campus in August. The Scott Scholars program is funded by the Suzanne and Walter Scott Foundation of Omaha and open to high-achieving students who want to participate in exclusive experimental learning program majoring or double majoring with another area in biology, chemistry, physics, business, or math. The renewable scholarships covers 100% of tuition and fees, plus room and meals, and provides $2,000 in annual educational and experimental enrichment funding. The Scott Scholars program is designed not only to provide financial support but also to foster leadership development through hands-on experiences in academics and community engagement. Students benefit from exclusive coursework tailored to their career interests and opportunities to network with professionals and leaders across Nebraska. 15 new Scott Scholars. Biology, chemistry, physics, business, math. Those were subjects that I did not excel in, as it's coming up on 7:25. Let's swing things over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Nebraska baseball team will play at 22nd-ranked Kansas tonight. Huskers are 14-18 in the season. The Jayhawks are 27-6. They are 13-2 at home this season. Kansas swept the Huskers in a home-and-home series last year, winning 13-11 in Lawrence and 9-4 in Lincoln. First pitch tonight will be at 6. Nebraska basketball player Gavin Griffiths has entered his name in the transfer portal. Griffiths spent one season at Nebraska after transferring from Rutgers. The 6'7" sophomore appeared in just 16 games for Nebraska and averaged 2.1 points and 1.6 rebounds per game. Hastings College baseball team dropped two close games at Concordia yesterday, losing 4-1 and 3-1. The Broncos are now 7-23 on the season, 4-12 in the conference. They'll play a 4-game series at Briar Cliff coming up this weekend. The UNK softball team split a pair of games with Northeastern State yesterday. The Lopers won the first game 10-5, but dropped the nightcap 8-5. UNK is now 20-19 in the season. They are 6-8 in the MIAA. They'll play their final 12 games of the season on the road, beginning Friday at Central Oklahoma. Hastings High baseball team got by Platteview 2-1 yesterday at Duncan Field. The Tigers scored the tying run on a suicide squeeze in the bottom of the 7th inning and then scored the winning run on a throwing error on the same play. Eli Schneider ended up being the winning pitcher. Elliott Sidlow, Brody Dreer, and Adam Rutt had base hits in the ball game. Hastings is now 5-3 in the season. They'll play at Seward today. Cohen Rader pitched a complete game 2-hitter to lead the Adams Central baseball team to a 4-0 win over Platteview. Rader struck out 9, walked 5. He also had 2 hits and an RBI at the plate. Owen Brown had a couple of base hits. Adams Central has now won 5 games in a row. They are 8-3 on the season and will play host to Holdridge on Thursday. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 4:15. Other action yesterday, Grand Island beat North Platte 4-1, and Millard South took 2 from Kearney, winning 2-1 and 6-5. That's a check on your sports headlines here this morning. Coming up on 7:28 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Our stretch of beautiful weather continues this week, but we're going to have to contend with some wind. That's the trade-off. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. On this Tuesday, it'll be breezy, as I said. 71 will be the high, plenty of sunshine, and south-southeast winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, a few more clouds and an overnight low of 45. 72 on Wednesday, still breezy. 67 Thursday, and 70s to 80s as we head into the weekend.
I like it. Right now, south winds 8 miles per hour. Chilly, though, this morning, 28 degrees at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will and Tyson Urbanic with you on Extreme Sports. Huddle up here for a Tuesday. The what is this? The 8th day of April now.
That it is.
I was getting excited there because Tim was mentioning 70s and maybe 80s in our forecast this week.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good week for shorts and flip-flops and garage beers. Did you ever find your garage beer? I never did double back with you from the weekend. You were going to go on a hunt Friday for some garage beer?
I was told that it was at Walmart. It is not at Walmart.
Did you realize that when you were at Fauner Park on Saturday that there was a tap handle that had garage beer? I was going to shoot you a message, and then I forgot.
Are you kidding me?
You were right there. You were literally 10 feet away from garage beer.
Are you kidding me? Fauner Park has garage beer?
On that very first concession right by the bathrooms. You missed it.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you're very observant. I figured you would have saw it.
I always have my phone. Why didn't you call me or text me? God, you know I've been looking for that beer.
I was operating on one brain cell on Saturday, as was, and it was primarily geared towards horse racing.
God, there's somebody in the room right now that I know has garage beer. He's retired. Maybe I'll just go over there this afternoon to his house.
Got him in his fridge?
Yeah, he's got him in his fridge.
Shaner's popping in.
Yeah, Don's got some. Hey, is that Fauner Park?
It's on the taps at Fauner Park.
God.
Could have had it from the keg form.
I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend. I just forgot to tell you they had garage beer. I made a mental note.
I've been looking for it for 2 weeks.
I figured you found some on Friday. You were going to scour the universe.
I was in Grand Island. My wife, we were driving down the road after we had lunch together before we went to the track on Sunday, and we drove by that big liquor store in Grand Island.
Mm-hmm. The Toys R Us of liquor stores?
Yeah, down there. Yeah, you know where it's at.
I know.
She says, but she didn't bring it up until I was like a block past the store. She said, I bet that place had garage beer. Again, I said, why didn't you tell me before I'm a block away and in traffic. It was like Sunday right during the noon hour.
Yeah.
So all you guys are coming up with great ideas, but it's
after the facts.
After the facts. I can't believe Fauner Park
we have to go to Fauner again. Oh, shucks.
I'm just going over to Don's house. Don, he's retired. Hell, you don't work.
Come on, we can go bet that 10.
We could go up to Fauner again.
We could. That's what I'm saying.
They're opening up
we have to go to Fauner again.
Oh, they're opening up the casino on Thursday.
Yeah.
I was fired up with that, and then I decided that I've got a game on Thursday night. They're not going to open that thing till like 6. I was hoping
6 o'clock.
I was hoping it would be 6 a.m. and then you and I were going to do our show from there at 7 a.m. But they're not going to open the casino until 6 p.m. Suppose we could go up there Friday morning.
Could go up there Friday morning. That sounds dangerous. You're going to have us spending...
What if the new casino is going to have garage beer?
Well, I bet if Fauner has it on tap.
I can't believe they have it on tap.
Yeah, it's on tap.
God, I can't believe you didn't tell me.
It was after the fact. I thought of it after the fact.
Oh, Shano says he's got garage beer now in his fridge.
Don brought some over, so we'll just go to Shane's.
I know the code to Shane's house. I could get in there today.
Shane, you will have 2 less garage beers. Just FYI.
I'm just going to go out and find them today. They got to be somewhere in town.
If they are in town, somebody shoot us a message. If you know if they're in town.
Well, I checked Walmart. The distributor guy said it was supposed to be at Russ's. I haven't checked there yet.
I don't, and see, I wouldn't know. I go to the craft aisle, and then I don't look at anywhere else in the domestics, and this is how I get beer.
It's not like a label that's going to jump out at you.
I went there yesterday. I had one goal in mind, and that was to go get my IPAs. I went straight to my IPA section where I know I have my numerous selections. I got my 6er and got out of there.
Okay, I'm going to put that on my list today.
Garage beer.
I'm going to find some garage beer. If not, I'm going over to Shane's.
I need a testimonial. I want to know how this stuff is.
Yeah, I want to at least try it.
Yeah.
A golden opportunity would have been Sunday when I was at Fauner Park. I could have got me a 16
or while
ounce.
you were driving by the Toys R Us of liquor stores and in the left lane, not the right lane.
Yeah, really. 7:36, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Chime in if you like. Lots of people chiming in. Lots of people in the lobby here today. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. If you'd like to join us in person, 402-834-1330. Or you can leave us a message. Leave us a message on our social media sites. The Nebraska football team, they are at their halfway point of spring football practice. Ready to drink some Roulade? Ready to drink some Roulade?
Yeah, I got enough for a sip or two.
All right, Matt Rule, the head coach for the Huskers, says he likes the way his offensive line is looking right now during spring camp.
Offensive line, this spring has been one of our highlights. I think as people have come in and visited, especially people who've been here before, I think they see the physical growth of our guys. You know, the guys that were once 290 are now 310. And a good 310, you know, not, hey, we're just putting on a bunch of weight. They know how to practice. They know how to handle the work volume. Center, we have a lot of guys working there. Justin's doing a really nice job when he gets reps there. Sam Sledge is doing a really, really nice job. Other guys can rotate in there, Jason can go there. Probably forgetting some guys, but I think overall it's been a really good group, and it's fluid. We're able to move guys around, and to your point, you have Henry's not there, Teddy's not there, Turner's not there, and Gunner's not there. Those are 4 guys who started a lot of games. We're definitely improving, and like I said, it's one of the high spots right now, I'd say, for us.
All right, lean back, take a big gulp of some Roulade. 7 practices in, the coach says he's happy with his team.
Yeah, no, I expect us to be pretty good. I think we have a good team. I expect us to be good. So, that's me being right down the middle. I'm not saying we're here. I'm not saying we're here. I think we should be good. We got a good team. We got good players. Guys have been around a while. We return a quarterback. who's played. We got, a bunch of guys who played. So I expect us to be pretty good. So I think we're right where I thought we'd be. Like I said, there's a. I think I haven't really been around you guys, but if I'm around you, I think you'd just sense like a kind of a calm, serene, like, hey, we're doing what we're supposed to do. The first 2 years have been a lot of work, and a lot of work not by me, by a lot of people, and I think a lot of that work has come into fruition. Like the amount of things that we were having to do are less and less and less, and I think that allows our focus then to be on the players, and I think the players are minimizing the other distractions, class and all that stuff, and they're just kind of doing a nice job of focusing on football. We have areas that we have to improve upon. We have areas, and when I say improve upon, we have a lot of young players. I have to see how they play, but I think we're doing a really nice job. I think the players are doing a really nice job. So it's about where I thought it should be. It's where it should be, and it's about where I thought it would be.
All right, one big sip here of Roulade again here in the month of April. The coach also talked about Dylan Raiola, quarterback for the Huskers. He continues to progress.
Yeah, one of the cool things Glenn, Dana, whomever did was, we went to practice here today and they had GoPros on. I was like, well, someone watched Instagram or something and they wanted to put GoPro. I thought, whatever. Well, I didn't realize, I came in and everyone was talking about, hey, did you see the GoPro tape? Did you see and I hadn't seen it. So I went in and watched it, and there's audio. So you can watch the guys as they get in the huddle, and you can hear them talking. You can see the other guys in the huddle. You can see you can see a lot. And so I think just Dylan's command of the offense and what we're doing is just really impressive. So whether, obviously that's growth, but, he's out there today, and we're in 2 minutes, and I think TJ was going, and, he's coaching him because he just, like I said, he just gets it. The plays haven't changed, they've maybe evolved a little bit, but he has great command of what we're doing, great command in the huddle. Last year where adversity maybe would affect him a little bit. Some practices he would kind of go down a little bit. Now he's learning much more to be the same guy, and I'm excited about where he's at. I'm excited what he's doing.
Husker football coach Matt Rule, 7 practices in, 8 practices to go. Things are sounding pretty good. Big old sip.
There you go. I know he didn't mean it. Like the way it came out. But when he said we're doing a really good job of minimizing distractions like class, I was like, oh no. We're doing a good job focusing on football and not focusing on class. That was instantly the way it I twisted that in my own head to be like, come on, coach. Let's make sure we're putting our words in the right order there.
I'm going to save that one quote that says we're actually going to be pretty good.
We're going to be pretty good.
When Nebraska gets off to a 0-7 start next year, we're going to put that in our library.
Good team, good players.
Good start.
Good start. Got an experienced quarterback.
Yeah.
When he throws 4 picks in the first game.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in our library.
Do a good job of minimizing distractions.
Much like the 2 things that we have currently in our library. Just give me some damn chicken wings, will you?
Wings.
And then this one.
Run the damn ball. Behind that good offensive line you're talking about. If we got a good offensive line, we should be 80-20. We got a good offensive line.
Now, I was excited to hear about Dylan Raiola wearing a GoPro camera. To hear about him, that would be kind of neat.
Sure.
Yeah, you can watch the people in the huddle be stirring off in the stands, not listening to your quarterback in the huddle. So you can sit there and stare these guys in the eyes. That'd be so cool to watch.
We have a system in place here for spring practice, and I'm just going to roll the tape back, right? We eliminated the spring game because we didn't want to give away a whole lot of secrets, because we were afraid of people poaching and giving away some secrets. So let's strap a GoPro to our quarterback and go inside the huddle. That makes the difference. Oh,
yeah, he's calling plays.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not for public.
Can't be, right?
No, they're keeping that under wraps. But You know how those things.
It all over Instagram.
Yeah, you know those things are going to get out. But that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. That'd be something where the TV networks ought to pick that up.
Oh, I would love a helmet cam.
That'd be great.
Love a helmet cam, quarterback helmet cam.
Yep.
And like make it a watchable option on your streaming networks.
Yep, that'd be cool.
But you know, there's the obvious, right? The helmet cam's going to pick up the audio. The audio is going to relay the huddle, and you're not going to ever sign off on that because your entire play sheet's dead after game one. You have to completely reinvent the wheel. Defensive coordinators are going to pick up on that. Just watch huddle cam, take some notes, relay it back to us.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably not going to ever happen, but it'd be cool. He also talked about his TikTok video. Did you see that?
Was this the one where he was dancing with Harper Murray?
Yeah.
After he
said it took it 3 times to do it.
It would be a hell of a lot cooler. Like, I would be drinking a lot more Roulade. Harper Murray's like the TikTok star in Nebraska, and nobody does him better, right? Like, she is the social media face of Nebraska athletics.
Oh, she's getting everybody involved too.
But he also made his players do wall sits with their TikTok information on a weight because he was mad that they were spending too much time on TikTok in the weight room, and then he goes off and does TikTok with Harper Murray. Like pot kettle black, dude. I'm fending for the players here, man.
Did you see it?
No. I mean, I watched a little bit of it.
Oh, he was dancing with Harper Murray.
I was like, oh, it's Matt Rule and Harper Murray.
Yeah, and they were talking about being on Dancing with the Stars someday. Go to your social media sites where TikTok and watch that. Amber's chimed in. She says NASCAR's ahead of the curve.
NASCAR's had helmet cam, in-car cam for a while, haven't they?
They've got like a driver's cam.
Yeah.
And then you can listen to the drivers talk to their pit crews.
I'm really surprised NASCAR allows that, based on what I've heard from pit to driver communication before.
Oh, there's some F-bombs dropped
there's
occasionally.
A lot of F-bombs, yeah.
Some drivers talk a lot during a race. Those are the ones that you can listen to. You can listen to them in the stands. You watch a NASCAR race, everybody's wearing those headphones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're listening to the drivers.
You just dial into like a frequency or what?
Yeah, you can get that all set up when you go to a racetrack. Some drivers talk a lot. Some drivers don't. Some drivers drop the F-bomb about every 2 or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Others politely talk to their crew chiefs.
So you all like Team Denny when you get in there, or do you?
Oh yeah, we listen to Denny all the time.
Yep.
I like to listen to Kyle Busch. Kyle is somebody who'll drop some F-bombs.
I was going to say Kyle, Denny. I'm sure Denny's not shy of telling his crew how he's feeling.
No, he talks a lot. Yeah, he talks a lot. All right.
I do the opposite, man. Like, I would just, like, Bluetooth in my phone and just have my stereo blast. And if I'm going to have to drive 500 miles in circles...
You're going to be listening to your Bluetooth?
I'd have, like, Leonard Skinner blaring. I'd have, like, Freebird going around as I'm whipping around that track at 200 miles an hour.
You better stay what you're doing now.
All you'd get on my team audio was just me singing to myself, I'm a Freebird, yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
God, I got my NASCAR stuff in the mail yesterday for Kansas City.
Is that May, right?
May. I'm going to be doing my show. I'm not taking any time off. I'm going to be doing my show.
Trackside?
Me and the IT guy, we were talking about it. How we're going to do it.
Go get some drivers.
I'm going to try to find somebody.
If not a driver, at least like somebody that works on the pit crew.
Or I'm going to just find one of the drunks out in the campground.
That'd be fine too.
I'm going to find a drunk in the campground and be on the air with us. That's what I'm going to do. That's coming up. I forgot, like the second week in May.
That'll make for great streaming content.
Yeah, I'm going to get somebody. I'm going to take I'm taking everything with me.
This is my buddy Bubba. He's 6 Coors Lights in.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Good morning on Huddle Up.
Oh, there'll be some people like that.
Oh, yeah, you pregame, man.
I'm taking everything with me. IT guy is going with me. So we're taking everything with me.
There you go.
I'm taking the camera, everything. Even bought a generator.
Dude, we got to get you like on a better vacation schedule.
I even bought a generator in case we want to just sit out in the middle of somewhere and do the show.
It will be cool. It will be cool. I understand the cool concept, like being from a NASCAR site.
Oh,
That's great content. You are a content provider. When I go on trips, I go on trips.
Well, since you've taken this new position with us.
Well,
just because you're going on vacation don't mean you're not going to be on the show.
You've defeated the entire purpose of vacation.
You can get up and still do your show. Who are going to get on to do this show?
I don't know. I haven't got that far yet.
I've got a couple. When's your vacation?
Hell, I don't know. I haven't even scheduled one.
You always go down and watch the Cardinals play or something, don't you?
Yeah, we try to.
Yeah, I got to find out when your vacation is. We got to have somebody in here. You take off for like a week, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, we got to have somebody in here.
So it depends on the vacation.
Somebody, if you're interested in maybe...
We haven't even put ink on it, so...
If you want to be co-hosting this show, drop me a email. I got a couple of people in mind.
There you go.
But I'm dedicated. I'm going to take all my stuff with me.
Dude, I know you commit.
Well, you'll be done by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but... the
done by
purpose of
8.
Vacation is rolling out of bed at 9:30 in the morning and enjoying a good night's sleep. I don't know. We haven't got that far yet. It would also be really cool to do the show with streaming cameras pointed directly at Busch Stadium. I get the interest in that.
Yeah,
live on location is very, very cool.
You're also going to see coming up this spring and summer when I go to the lake. I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show down there. Probably when we get some of those holidays.
Mm-hmm.
When I take off 3 days before the holiday.
Smart. So you can get your camping spot?
Get my camping spot and spend a week down there.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'll probably bring on some drunks for that show, too. Or maybe some fishermen. Who knows?
There you go. Yeah, what are we catching? Before we get to our news break, did want to do a special shout-out to one of our sponsors here on the Huddle Up Morning Show. They took care of me yesterday. That was Steve down at Kana Auto Care.
Oh, did you get your car fixed?
Just had an oil change that was scheduled.
Way overdue?
Oh, yeah.
The oil just came out blacker than the ace of spades?
It was, the oil light came on, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably get that done.
What do you mean the oil light came on?
Well, when it says that you have 25% oil life left.
Oh, jeez. And then he called Steve up and said, Steve, I need an oil change.
I said, let's get this thing done. I was more worried about the tire pressure lights that had been intermittently going off every 5 seconds, and then finally got the tires done. Sure enough, 2 days later, the oil light comes on, and I'm just like, all right, well, let's just give Steve a call. And took care of the oil change. But you know what I also really like about what they do is you get text alerts on when your car goes into the garage. You get text alerts on its progress. They give you live photos of your car and the things that they're looking at. They did a full-on inspection for the summer driving season. They opened up the hood, took a look at the tires. And then they sent all of this data back to me with hey, next time you're in for service, here's something that we might want to look at doing. They didn't call me and say, hey, your car's going to blow up and go off the side of the road if you don't get this thing fixed. They said, no, this thing is, it's important, but we can probably wait till your next service.
So he actually sent you pictures?
We got pictures that went straight to my phone, and then a very detailed sheet afterwards on some recommendations. And they do that for every car that goes through their doors. So
God, I didn't know Steve was so high-tech.
Highly recommend it. Oh, yeah. Straight to the phone.
Steve is pretty high-tech. He's sending stuff like that.
You could either go to your cell phone or you can go to your email or both. Since my email goes to my phone anyways, I just took the email alerts off. I have enough emails that come through anyways. So, yeah. Got straight text updates on the car. Let me know when it was ready.
How long is your list of stuff that you might want to pay attention to?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Brakes are wearing a little bit. It is a 13-year-old car, so let's keep that in mind, right?
Yeah.
A 13-year-old car that doesn't even have 100,000 miles on it, that has previously just had oil changes and I think a timing belt that had gotten fixed. So the brakes are wearing a little bit, but he said it's nothing to be alarmed about. Can do that on the next service coming up later on in the summer. And said that the tire fronts were wearing a little bit.
You do tires.
Yeah. But I had been just kind of patchworking them, over the course of the last couple of days.
Yeah, Steve sells tires there too.
Yeah, I know. So we can do tires on another service. But he says fronts should hold on for a while, so he's like nothing too alarming. And then, I think any engine that's 13 years old is going to have a few leaks here and there on some spots.
You got some oil leaks?
Got some fluids that are going on. And he's like, he says, don't even worry about those little guys. He says, let's get brakes done. And he says, we'll swing over and do some tires. But you can decide what you want to do, and we'll schedule those off on your next services. So
Steve's gonna get a bill for this.
Really, really reliable.
Steve's gonna get a bill for this little talk.
Bill? I'm just plugging a sponsor.
I know you are.
And I would highly encourage my friends and family to do the same.
Steve's probably pounding his chest this morning.
Should be. They do a good job.
So, well, I'm glad your car's back on the road.
Yeah, it's samesies.
Did you check your battery too?
Battery.
Yeah, you just put a new battery in.
Just put a brand new battery in there, so that ain't the issue. In fact, there is no issues right now. Hell, for the first time, the sunroof works. The tires are turning.
Really?
There's no warning lights on the dash, except for I think the fuel light. I think probably got to get more gas in it. But
Steve, don't take care of that.
No, they did a roadside assessment. They took it out and took it for a little spin, and I was like, did you at least fill it up with gas?
No, usually it goes probably 10 miles, but you look down and your gas light was on, so you're just running around the block.
Probably.
Yep, looks like she's all right.
All good.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, yeah.
All right, 7:50. We're covering a lot of territory here today. 7:55, let's get a quick news update.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
All right, hitting the highlights here on the news front. Yesterday, Governor Jim Pillen signing a letter of intent to pursue a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program waiver, that's otherwise known as SNAP, to remove soda and energy drinks from SNAP allowable purchases. Nebraska is the second state to submit such a waiver. The SNAP program currently allows the purchase of any food or beverage that has a nutritional label, regardless of its nutritional value. And according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, soft drinks and soda are the most common SNAP purchase. Meanwhile, out of 150 applications, Hastings College has chose the final 15 for their Hastings College Scott Scholars program. They completed their official signings over the weekend and will arrive on campus in August. The Scott Scholars program, funded by the Suzanne and Walter Scott Foundation out of Omaha, is open to high-achieving students who want to participate in an exclusive experimental learning program, majoring or double majoring with another area in biology, chemistry, physics, business, or math. And 100% tuition and fees plus room and meals, and also providing $2,000 in additional annual educational and experimental enrichment funding. And coming up this weekend, Hastings Parks and Recreation is inviting the public to a pair of Easter holiday events. The annual Easter egg dog bone hunt will be held at the dog park coming up at 11:30 or 11 to 11:30 on Saturday. All dogs must be licensed and up to date on vaccination. And also at 2 p.m., the annual Easter egg hunt will be held at Brickyard Park. This year, there will be over 4,000 eggs and no fee to participate. You're asked to bring your own basket or sack, ages 10 and under. So this is all coming up on Saturday, the annual dog bone hunt and Easter egg hunt, as the city of Hastings celebrates the Easter holiday, albeit a week early. 7:57, back to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's the haps in sports?
Nebraska baseball team will play at 22nd ranked Kansas tonight. First pitch will be at 6. Nebraska basketball player Gavin Griffiths has entered the transfer portal. He spent one season at Nebraska after transferring from Rutgers. Hastings College baseball team dropping a couple of close games to Concordia yesterday. The Broncos will play a 4-game series at Briar Cliff coming up this weekend. Hastings High baseball team used a suicide squeeze and a error on a throw to knock off Platteview 2-1 yesterday In high school baseball, the Tigers are now 5-3. They'll play at Seward today. Adams Central baseball team, they knocked out Platteview yesterday by a score of 4-0. They'll host Holdridge coming up on Thursday. And the Florida Gators won the men's national championship last night as they knocked off Houston 65-63.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Our stretch of beautiful weather continues this week, but we're going to have to contend with some wind. That's the trade-off. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. On this Tuesday, it'll be breezy, as I said. 71 will be the high, plenty of sunshine, and south-southeast winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, a few more clouds and an overnight low of 45. 72 on Wednesday, still breezy. 67 Thursday, and 70s to 80s as we head into the weekend.
South winds this morning at 8 miles per hour. It's 28 degrees at Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydromassage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
All right, Mike Will-Tyson Veronica on a Tuesday morning here, the 8th day of April for 2025. What's on your agenda today? Anything good?
We've got class today again. We're going to be working on some Give Hastings Day stuff as we get set for the May 1st annual Day of Giving, picking out some nonprofits, making some connections, and getting some interviews all lined up. So looking forward to the students' work on that. We'll be focusing in on some nonprofits and probably having a few here on the show as we get closer to the day. Also coming up, the annual Do the Brew event. So we'll be hearing from a few folks on the big Hastings Beer Fest that's going to be coming up. Couple news and notes to pass along. The St. Louis Blues winning streak has come to an end. They had an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot, but a lot of things had to go their way. The opportunity will continue as we move along throughout the week. The Blues falling to the top team in the West, the Jets, yesterday by a 3-1 score, so their winning streak stops at a franchise best 12 games. A tip of the cap to the St. Louis Blues. Other than that, Cardinals try to find one in the winning column. Boy, they have had a rough time lately. It's a big pitching matchup today. Sonny Gray going up against the Rookie of the Year last year, for all intents and purposes, Paul Skeens. That should be a fun pitching battle. That gets underway at 5:40. And then we go back to the ice for some more playoff clinching opportunities in Champions League soccer. Getting underway in the quarterfinals over in Europe. So we'll keep posted on today.
And I thought I had a big day planned.
You're going to find garage beer.
Well, it's on my list now. I got to make a call to a government agency today, and I know I'm going to be on hold for about 2 hours.
Are you doing taxes today?
No, I got to call the Social Security people. I know I'm going to be on the damn line for 2 hours. Waiting for him.
Get a garage beer while you wait.
That's second on the list. That's the second on the list.
I'd flip-flop those in a hurry, my guy.
Go get the beer first.
Get the beer. If you're going to be on hold for 2 hours.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Dude,
why don't I stop out and get the beer first? and then come home and make the call.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go run my errands first, including a stop to try and find some garage beer, and then I'll come home and make the call to the government agency that I know I'm going to be on hold for 2 hours.
I'm a timestamp 8:03 Tuesday, April 8th. Mike Will quoting, "That's a good idea." I think
that's a good idea.
First time in our entire conversations that I've ever heard out of your mouth. That's a good idea.
Yeah, then I got to go through some mail. You get mail, and you say, "Yeah, I got to take a look at that someday," and it just sits on your. I got piles of mail like on my kitchen table.
You know, they ain't checks.
No, they're not checks because they'd be in the bank by now.
I sort through those first, and then I put the rest of the crap in a big old basket.
Yeah, and then I say I got to go through that someday. Well, today's the day.
I'm still saying that.
No, I'm going to go through this stack because it's starting to overtake our kitchen table.
Good for you.
And I think we have chicken wings on the menu for tonight at the Will residence. So
wow,
I've got to make some room for the chicken wings. So I got to go through the mail. Those are the 3 things that are on my list. I have now moved, go get some garage beer to first on the list, along with my errands. Then I'll make the call to the government agency that I know I'm going to be on hold for 2 hours at least.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could still go through my mail while I'm waiting for him to come to the phone. I could do that. See, I'm a multitask.
There you go.
My wife says I'm not a good multitasker. There we go. While I'm waiting for the government agency to come to the phone, I could drink beer and go through my mail.
Sounds like a perfect Tuesday.
Other than that, I don't have a lot going today.
There you go. All right.
Okay. Well, I hope I get this all done. I hope tomorrow I'm going to have a garage beer sitting here.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. I won't drink it all.
Save some. Save some for the show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. If you'd like to listen to this show again, I know you would.
It was great.
Go to our podcast section on any one of our social media sites and download this show. Again, you can even do it on the Roku TV app. And don't forget to play our trivia game. I was supposed to mention that, too. Our trivia game that we just launched. Mm-hmm. Play our trivia game. Go to our website, and you can find it, x-streamsports.com/trivia. Go to our website. You'll find it. Play our new sports trivia game and see how smart you are. I see we even incorporated some questions that are not sports-related.
Ooh, there you go.
So if you think you're smart in some other category other than sports, you can still play. And congratulations to our winners again of our bracket challenge.
It's good that a Lions fan won something.
Jake Brooks.
You know, the Lions, they were close. They haven't won a whole lot in their franchise history. It's good that a Lions fan was able to hoist a trophy.
Jake Brooks, Bracket Bustus finishes second. T-Bent 92 finishes in a tie for second. And Lexi Brooks was fourth.
Rounds out the top 4.
So Jake and Lexi, first and fourth. Bracket Bustus and T-Bent 92 finishing a tie for second.
All right, T-Guy will be getting a hold of you shortly.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll do it again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock here on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until